Yo, 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 yo. How we feeling out there? Um, you know, you know, who is here? Lovey Marie, Jeanette, Rob was all in the building very early. Appreciate you. Gmail, Janine, Gmail, and Jeanette. How are we doing? I am in a very depressing mood right now. My Buckeyes lost last night. My Browns suck. I don't have anything. I don't have anything to look forward to anymore. But how are we feeling this morning? We do have our health. We do have everything to be happy about at least. So hit that like, hit that share, do all that great stuff, please, for me as you come into the pregame show for the Browns versus the Eagles. The funeral is going to happen at 1 p.m. on Fox. Drew GG last night. Rob is here. Lovey Marie. Lovey Marie. I still got to do your intro. Stephanie, how are you doing? Member extraordinaire. 1 p.m. on Fox. Browns at Eagles in Philadelphia. Make sure you're here to witness my pain and torture. Please stay with me. How's everybody doing? Before we get into it, I seen some Guardians talk in the pre-chat. I see they're doing well. How you doing, Cheryl? Happy Thanksgiving to all the Canadians. All right. How you doing, Cheryl? And before we get into last week, before we do that, let's start with some good news. Nick Chubb is to return against the Cincinnati Bengals next week at home. That is good news to talk about. Very good news. My favorite player on the team returns against the Bengals. If that doesn't get you pumped up at least for a little bit of glimmer, a little bit of sunshine on the Browns. Now, can Nick Chubb save the season? I doubt it. Can Nick Chubb save the world? No. He is one man. But it does give us hope about his health. It does give us hope that, hey, he is here. Evidently, his knee is feeling good because he is cleared to play. Now, here's my only worry is, will the line be able to block for Nick Chubb? Because our run game has been non-existent. So that has me worried. But if the Browns feel like he can play and the Browns clear him, that makes me happy inside. So Nick Chubb returns next week against Cincinnati at home. How do we feel about that? Let's see where we're at. Chubb's not back today. No, he's not playing. Chubb will get killed with Pitt O-line. Pitt? Is that pitiful? May have another QB next week. Renewal? I don't know, Gmail. Do you know something I don't know? We're going to talk about Watson here in a little bit. You're going to have a lot of Watson today. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're going to have a lot of Watson today. We're going to talk about Watson so much, you may get sick about hearing his name. So let's get right into it. Hit that like. Let's see if we can get to 20 likes. And let's get started. The Cleveland Browns last week lost to the Washington Commanders 34-13. They got beat down. Just beat down. I don't have any funny adjectives, similes, verbs to put with it. They got absolutely destroyed last Sunday against the Washington Commanders. Going to Washington, Jaden Daniels right now, I believe he would be Rookie of the Year if you stopped the votes today. He did a tremendous job picking apart our defense when he had the chance. He threw the ball long. He threw it short. He threw it intermediate. He ran. He used his mobility. He does everything you wanted a quarterback to do. The Browns, on the other hand, did absolutely nothing good last week. The offense was abysmal, the worst performance of the year, and Deshaun Watson was horrible. terrible. We had a drop touchdown pass by Jerry Jeudy. I do understand that. There was some missed assignments on the line. But for the most part, Deshaun Watson didn't play well. And I'm putting it nicely. So, you know how we do. From 1 to 10, on your scale from the loss last week, how do you feel? 1, you woke up, you've had this week to think about it, and you're like, fresh slate. I'm still cool, calm, and collective. We still got a shot, and it starts this week. Or are you at a 10? I'm on the cliff. I'm looking down, seeing where I can land. I'm going to put a parachute on, though, because I don't want to break any extremities. 1, you're still cool, calm, and collected. Or are you at a 10? You're ready. You're on the ledge. You're looking down and seeing where to land. 1, cool, calm, and collective. 10, you're seeing where you can land. Let me know in the chat below. Seven, Browns offense looked like blind paraplegic newts last week. Feel good about Chubb. Yay, I'm glad he will be back. Our O-line. Sorry, can't type. Got you, Rob. Chubb praying hands. Can we score 20 points? 9. Highly detailed 10. 11. Talk me down from the ledge, Corey, please. 11. Browns suck right now. 10. So right now, Stephanie is the only one not at a 9 or a 10. Mike, how you doing? Michael Rosen's at an 8. So I see a 7, a 9, a 10, 11, a 10, an 8, a 7 from John's dad. How are you doing, good sir? Just hope that Deshaun Watson throws a few interceptions and Jameis comes in. Jeff, I hate to tell you this, man, and we're going to talk about it. I don't think there's any performance that Deshaun Watson can do to get him benched other than, and we know on this channel, Jeff, we don't wish for injuries, but I think that's the only way he's going to get benched. Kind of like Anthony Edwards with the hip thing he had, and then Flacco came in. It's just one thing called $230 million. That's keeping him in the game. Unfortunately, that's just my humble opinion. Lovey Marie says 4. What up, the Pebble? Keep Chubb out, protect his health. Okay. Rob, you want me to talk you off the ledge? I can put a spin on anything, Rob. Here we go. You're 1-4. You could be 2-4 today. Anything can happen in the NFL, and then that can get you the confidence going against Cincinnati at home. Cincinnati has had its fair share of losses. And what up, Shane? How you doing? We have dominated Cincinnati through the years. I don't know the exact record, but we have owned the Bengals. So that could land in the 3-4 and spring you back into a winning situation. And you're like, hey, we are right back in it. Off an upset against Philly this evening. You beat Philly, you're 2-4, and then you beat Cincinnati at home, your first home win. We've dominated Cincinnati for whatever reason it is, and then you're feeling good about yourself, and you could turn the season around. That's how I can talk you off the ledge. Now, do I believe anything I just said? No, I do not. Where am I at? On the panic meter, Rob, Michael, John, Lovey Marie at a 4. The Pebble, Cheryl, and James. I am at a 9.87. And I am never, ever, through the history of doing these pregame shows and watch parties, that high. I'm never that high. Why? Because I'm usually level-headed. But I don't know if the members showed the reaction I did to the film review of Quincy Carrier, which got me saying, I don't know. Maybe I'll dive into that. I don't know. But if you remember, check it out. Caden, welcome to the chat. Caden, how are you doing? My good sir. Deshaun Watson is terrible. I don't know what else way to put it. He's missing open receivers. When we see it on TV, we see half of what's going on. When you see the full film, you can see everything. He's missing open receivers, ladies and gentlemen, which makes our offense look more terrible. And I don't know if it's going to be fixed. The Philadelphia Eagles are coming off a bye week. Antonio Brown and Devontae Smith are back. Thank you, NFL words. NFL world, sorry. So I'm at a 9.8 because of that. And then the schedule just gets harder and harder from here. This was our soft part of the schedule. This was supposed to be giving us a cushion, and we don't have a cushion. So I am terrified of what's going to happen next going into the season. Because our offense, who asked for 20 points? Our offense hasn't scored over 20 points this year. 20. Think about that. Think about that. Our offense hasn't scored 20 points. The lowest scoring team in the NFL, I think. Or maybe the Patriots are worse. I don't know. What up, J-Mayor? So, that's why I'm at a 9.8. Our offense looks abysmal. And now we got injuries mounting up on defense. Grant Delpit's out. Ronnie McLeod's out. Denzel Ward's questionable. Jordan Hicks is out. Now they're piling up injuries on defense. We don't even need the injuries on defense, but we have them. That's why I'm at a 9.8. I try to be as honest as possible when I'm here. I'm not a rah-rah guy. I'm just an honest guy. And my honesty gets me in trouble sometimes, saying I'm too nice, but I am being as real as possible with you. I am at a 9.8, and I don't know what to do. How you doing, Cookie Monster? Hi, bye. You know what? You know what? Why are you saying go Bucks? Are you trolling me right now? Cookie Monster, are you trolling me? My Buckeyes lied and lost. As much as DW gets sacked, he could get injured, and the coach decides to rest him as not the risking $230 million player like in the third quarter, and we are down by 21. I'm doing all right, but the Browns can't say the same. Philly coming to kick our butt. We better not act surprised. What up, Jix? You should probably sleep in again because we are not winning another game. Deshaun plays bad. There's no way Cleveland starts him at home. He's starting next week, Mike. He's going to start next week. He's going to start the rest of the year. I don't want you. I don't want you to be disappointed. He is starting. If I could do if James Winston plays well, is give him 2 or 3 year contract. Do you serve as a bridge quarterback and then draft a quarterback set for a few years? Delpick and Pokich is out. So Pokich is out too. So many injuries. Last night was rough, but I'm not mad about losing to Oregon. They're good. I'm mad, J-Mir. I'm mad. I want to win. It's the only team I got left that's winning. Hopefully Chubb gives the Browns the confidence to perform better. However, I think the biggest problem right now is Watson. I used to stick up for him, not anymore. Mike, I'm in the same boat, man. It's hard. You know, Mike, I have been called a positive Pete. Sometimes I stick up for Browns players blindly. But yeah, he's not very good right now, Michael. And that's me putting it nicely. That loss last night hurt. It did, Mike. Susanik, Michael Rosen, Mike Susanik. I got to say the different Michaels because there's a Michael and a Mike in the chat. Appreciate you guys. That loss did hurt last night for me. So I'm very agitated today. I would not be at a 10 panic level if we lost like the Bucks lost. So if we were actually competing. Conklin is back. He can't be any worse than Dewan. Conklin's back. That's good. Jix. We just lost everybody else. I'm at a 7 because we are often in this spot at this point in the season. Okay. Also, the Guardians game was dope. The guards will get me through the Brown season. Not me. I'm not a baseball fan. So I can't rely on the Guardians. I'm not a baseball fan, so I got to suffer. Oh, I got Buckeyes. Hopefully, little bro Penn State can knock them off. Big Ten will look very different now. If the W does bad to start next week, if the W plays bad, does he start next week? Yes, Gmail. You will lose that poll. He is starting next week. They're not sitting down a $230 million quarterback. It's not happening. Brandy, how are you doing? If you are down, watch Lane Thomas Grand Salami. All right. So that is my panic meter, ladies and gentlemen. That is my panic meter. 9.8. So I'm sorry, but what's going on with Watson? He wasn't this bad last season. I don't know. I don't know, Jix. It's bad. And if you look at the film, it's worse. It is worse. So, new segment that happens this year. We're going to talk about our little dog of the week. I want you to get them in. Tell me who your little dog of the week is. That player that does not perform. Who you thought would perform and did not show up to your expectations. Let me know who it is. The little dog of the week. And you hear those vicious dog barks, vicious little dogs. Tell me who they are. I watched the film. He looks lost. He's not processing nothing. He's even staring at open receivers and not throwing it. Yes, and it's bad. If you're a member, I put out the video. I reacted to one of his plays. It's still there. Make sure you watch it. Make sure you watch it. It's quite sad. Cooper and Watson are little dogs. Jones, I hope they locked Watson in the film room this week. So, wrong screen. Sorry. So it's quite easy for me. My little dog of the week is Deshaun Watson. For numerous reasons, Brandy. He needs to show up and show out. Let's go, Guardians. Where do I start? Where do I start? He had like a 3 QBR last week. He had like a 3 QBR last week. Missing open receivers. Getting outplayed by Jaden Daniels badly. You shouldn't lose. You shouldn't get outplayed by Jaden Daniels. I don't care. He shouldn't get outplayed by Jaden Daniels. He needs to show up. He's making me look bad now because I have defended him. Through thick and thin. And now he's making me look bad because now my reputation is on the line. See? It's all about me. Now my reputation's on the line. And of course the whole team played bad. It wasn't just him. The line had its issues. Like I said, Jerry Jeudy had a drop touchdown. He had a drop touchdown right in his hands, and I lost my mind when he dropped the pass. You guys seen it. It's on video. There is video evidence. I lost my loving mind. But it's Deshaun Watson. That has to be the really only answer at this point. Because when you think about big dog, you think about the player that has to be the guy to step it up that game. Your Myles Garrett's, your Amaris, your Watsons, your Denzel Wards. And that wasn't it. That wasn't it. He didn't show up. My real dogs are reacting to you. Oh, the little dog noise. Got you. What? Stop fighting what, J-Mir? Stop fighting what? No one's a Watson hater, but he ain't showing up. Chief, no one's a Watson hater. Who's a Watson hater? There are some Watson haters, Jix. There are. There were Watson haters from day one. Jix, there were. And if you're calling me a Watson hater, then hey, you haven't watched the channel very long, and you're looking out of the window with the blind shut. I stand Watson all season. He's beginning to become challenging. You Peacock. I don't support a player, J-Mir. I think that's where people get it wrong. It's not supporting a player. It's supporting your team. And I think that's where the lines get gray with people. I support the team. And if the player happens to be on the team, I support them. That's where we got to stop drawing this line of, well, you got to stop supporting that player. They're on my team. So I'm going to support them because they're on my team. But if they happen to just turn out to be terrible, then I got to call them out on it. And that's my point. Then I have to call them out on it. So that's what I'm doing. I am calling them out for playing bad. But they're on my team. That's all I'm saying. They're on my team. Now I got to call them out. But I support my team. It's not about supporting the player. It's supporting the team. Now, the only player I want to support and push back on, even if they do play bad, it's Nick Chubb. I don't care. You can call me a Nick Chubb stan. You can call me drinking the Kool-Aid. You could say I got Nick Chubb glasses on. I do. Every day, 16 times on Sunday. It's going to happen. Is Stefanski a QB killer? No, he's not. I don't believe so. Kevin Stefanski has almost made it either work or been serviceable with every quarterback he's had in Cleveland when they've played. Watson's jersey number is his QBR. Deshaun has given no reason yet to be supportive. I don't believe that. If you're a fan of the team, now some people just don't like him as a player, as a person, and that's fine. I don't tell people how to act toward him as a person, but if you like the Cleveland Browns, the Browns as a team, if you want them to succeed, then you support the players for them to do good. That's just my opinion, though. Just my opinion. All right. Browns versus the Philadelphia Eagles on Fox. 1 o'clock. Do the Browns have a chance? Do they have a chance to even stay in the dance? I don't know. I don't know. We're going to find out on Fox today. We're going to find out today, 1 p.m., Jalen Hurts and the crew, Myles Garrett, Deshaun Watson, and the Cleveland Browns. Lord help me. Continuing the trend of Deshaun Watson, we do this every week. Every week. And it's not going to change. What grade do you give Deshaun Watson for his performance against the Commanders? It's a reoccurring theme. It's a reoccurring topic. What grade do you give? There's always a chance. Always a chance. There is a chance. Always a chance, Brandy. That's why they play the game, right? Any Given Sunday. Very good movie if you haven't watched it. Any Given Sunday, Brandy. He's not a QB killer. Who he has coached has better seasons without him coaching. Nope. $21.16. F. Jick says F. An F for a grade. F. I'm interested to see the grades here. F. He also played bad. That an F minus. Can you get an F minus? Is that possible? I'm asking. Can you get an F minus? Has anybody ever had an F minus on their report card? And if you have, what subject was it? And how bad did you do? Is an F minus possible? I'm really being serious here. Has anybody went to school, did a paper or an assignment, and got an F minus? Is that possible? And if so, what subject was it? Because I've never gotten an F minus. I've gotten an F before. I failed a paper or an assignment. But can you get an F minus? I've never seen it. I am genuinely asking this question. Is that possible? Let me know. You cannot. Okay. So you guys are just like, hey, he's terrible. We're going to give him an F minus. Okay. I was just checking because I wanted to know how bad did you do to get this F minus? All right. So had to be one of the worst quarterback performances I've ever seen. Yes, they do. However, they can't make mistakes like you do every week. So you're saying they have a chance? D, E? Is E excellent? What is E? Excellent? F? F4 minuses? F? What's G? Good? The shotgun RPO from Houston needs to be a priority. F minus? No, never had an F. No such thing, though. F minus. Okay, so all right, 2 people have confirmed you cannot get an F minus. I was just checking. No F minus. Just making sure. Okay. You're at the game. Let's go. All right, off grid in Philly. Appreciate you tapping in from Philly. So what grade do I give Deshaun Watson from yesterday? Unfortunately, I have to be honest. What up, AAA? You're late, by the way. How you doing? Just casually just did that. Boss Cole, you're late. How you doing? You're late. Also, calling out late people. You're tardy to class. How you guys doing? I got to give him an F. And this hurts me. This hurts me to have to do this. I hate doing. I get no pleasure in this at all. None. But I have to call it like I see it. The good and the bad. But I have to give him an F. Hey, Jay, you're late also. I'm calling out everybody who's late. I'm calling out all of you who are late. Late to class. F. He was horrendous against Washington. He was horrendous. He went over 12 on third down. We didn't get a first down until Winston threw one, that screen pass. How you doing, Jay? How you doing, Bosco? How you doing, Tim? You're late too. Beast, you're late. Brown's going to destroy the Birds. Tim, stop. Tim, what are you? Tim, what kind of coffee? You're in the hospital. Oh, boo me. Chat, hold on. Chat. I got to give myself a boo. Chat, hold on. I'm booing myself. Chat, I'm giving myself a boo. Jay, are you feeling better? Are you feeling better? I cannot tell somebody they're late and they're in the hospital. I suck. My bad, Jay. Are you feeling better, man? Hopefully you're feeling good. A stroke? Prayers up for my guy. Prayers for Jay in the hospital. Put some prayers for my guy Jay in the hospital. Hopefully you're feeling better. Prayers in the chat. I gave him a JF for being worse than Johnny Football. He probably been sick and hasn't been the whole season thus far. Who's been sick? Watson? Prayers in the chat. So I had to give him an F. I didn't want to do it, but it had to be done. and I feel terrible about it. Peacock. And you're still with me. And that's the thing. He's still with me. You know how people say, I couldn't make it, bro. I had to go to Kroger. He's in the hospital. And he's with me. That is love. I had to go to Lowe's to look for carpet. What? He's in the hospital. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. So I give him an F for the performance last week. I hope he does better this week because I don't know if I can take any more performances like that. All right. Fox, 1 o'clock. Browns, Eagles. Holy crap. What are we going to do? What are we going to do after looking at last week's performance? Probably the worst performance of the year. I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie to you. Make sure you're here. Stay with us. I need help. I need you because I am going to go through it during this game. Go through it. So you pull through. Just keep working hard on your physical therapy. Thank you guys. Sending all the love to Jay. It is greatly appreciated. Now, Patreon question number 1 of the day. This is a long question, and you know who you are, a Patreon member. It's a long question. I had to shorten it down. Hopefully they like the shortened version, but I'm going to read the entire question. We're 1-4, should be probably 0-5 with the way we've played. How much longer can Stefanski roll out the same garbage week after week without making any changes? Continuing to lose and look like hot dumpster juice without it costing him the locker room or his job. So, does changes need to happen for Kevin Stefanski? And how long can he go? How long can he go with the same lineups, ladies and gentlemen? How long can he go before A, he loses the locker room, or B, he loses his job? I don't think he has a choice. In my humble opinion, I don't think he has the power to make the change everybody wants. I don't think he has the power. I don't think he has the power to sit a $230 million quarterback. I don't think. Stephanie says, you know who it is? What up, Austin? You was driving? I show clips of Lane Thomas grand slam every time the Eagles score. Stefanski will lose his job this season. Sorry to say it. Do you think he is going to lose his job? I don't think he has the green light to do it. It is when you pay it was $230 million. AAA, did you not just hear what I said? Did you not hear what I said? I read the entire question. I had to reduce it. It wouldn't fit on the screen. I read the entire question. Now you know who asked it because he's firing shots at me. I read the whole thing. Stephanie heard it, and she said she knew who it was. He'll be fired before the season is over, and they're answering the question. Did you not hear me read it, AAA? Did you not hear me read it? You think he'll be fired before the season is over? I don't know. I don't know if he'll be fired before the season is over. But I do agree with your sentiments. I think he does need to make a change. But I don't think he can. Will it cost him the locker room? Oh, you reduced it for me? Oh. I didn't see that part. I'm about to say, I read it. Stefanski will remain head coach. So what do you think is going to happen, Rob? What do you think is going to happen? You think they're going to get rid of Watson? And if so, how? If so, how? Bill Tony, what up? My guy, Patreon member extraordinaire. We got to be better. Man, where's Vrabel? As we need a coach who's here to win and hold guys accountable. I don't think Vrabel would be able to sit Stefanski. Emotion or no emotional, Jix. I don't think he could sit Stefanski. I think the powers that be, AAA, Mike, the Pebble, Jeff, Stephanie, Rob, Bill, and Jix, I think the powers that be are not going to let him be sit. When you pay $230 million for a said player, they're playing. I'm going to give you an example. If I pay that's $4,000 for a microphone and I can't return it. It's past the return date. Receipt or no receipt. And then I have a $400 mic that works better. I'm going to try to figure out how to get this $4,000 mic to work. I paid $4,000 for the mic. It's going to work. I'm going to get it to work. I can't take it back. I can't give it. I can try and sell it, but nobody wants it. It's not working right. I'm getting this mic to work. I'm not using this $400 mic that works. No, I refuse. That's where the Browns are at right now. That's where Jimmy Haslam is at. He's not sitting his quarterback. Figure it out. That's my analogy right there, off the top of my head. Hopefully that was an analogy that made sense. The only way Kevin gets fired is if the green light, the quarterback switch, and the offense looks the same. I think they might walk Stefanski out like the Keys coach, or just give DW4 one of those flying J has stations and call it a day. Stefanski has made his share of mistakes, but when your choices of players are basically the Walking Dead, what can he do? Season ticket holders will ask for a prorated refund. You can do that. I've never been a season ticket holder. Stefanski and Watson lack leadership on the sideline. Hopefully Chubb can bring it back. Bill, yes, I am glad Chubb is back. We talked about him a little bit earlier. I don't think he can save the Cleveland Browns, but I think he can bring a little bit of hope. A little bit of hope. A little bit of positivity to the locker room. Everybody loves Nick Chubb. If there's one player that Browns fans love, that they don't complain about, there's no divide, it's Nick Chubb. I never forget the game where he fumbled against the Patriots. We were all shocked, but we said, you know what? That's okay. It's Nick Chubb. We forgive him. Stefanski needs to give up play calling. He needs to focus on the coach. I mean, how do you send 12 men on the field and have your offense look like the... Listen, Jix, I can't even blame Stefanski for the offense. When I looked at that film last week, and it was just one play that I looked at, Jix, when I reacted in the members area, it was one play, Jix. I can't blame Stefanski for that. Maybe some plays, but I can't just say. Now, do I want him to give up play calling? Sure. But the way Watson is reading the field, Jix, I can't just go and say, man, Stefanski, we're calling better plays. No, he's calling fine plays. If the quarterback would just execute them, just throw it to the open man. He does have a good track record, Jeff. 2 Coach of the Years, 2 playoffs. We suck again. This is why football needs AAA, as we could have sent Watson down to get some work. What up, I love pugs? You're late. How you doing? When will Chubb start playing again? Next week, Brandy, Cincinnati. He makes his return, if you guys didn't know, or if you're late to the program, which is fine. Nick Chubb returns against the Cincinnati Bengals next week at home. He makes his return. He makes his debut. So strap in, put on your seatbelt, wear your Nick Chubb t-shirt, I'll be wearing my Nick Chubb jersey next week for the watch party. Make sure you are here. Nicholas, Jamal, Bartholomew, I am Batman, I hate Monopoly Chubb. Ooh, yeah. Returns next week. See, I even made a commercial for him right there. 2 Coach of the Year is overrated. Jix, that is blasphemy. That is blasphemy. And I call that right there, I call that a singular personal vendetta against Kevin Stefanski. If you was to ask a franchise what they want in a coach, and if you said they're going to win Coach of the Year twice, they're not going to say that's an overrated award. That means they were the best coach in the football league. That is blasphemy, Jix. I'm not going to let you I can't even talk. See, you got me so tongue-tied. I'm not going to let you get away with that, Jix. That's blasphemy. That man last year, he went through 5 different quarterbacks, duct tape as a lineup, and got the job done. I'm not going to let you get away with that. Just last year, we were in the playoffs. Just last year, with a rotating of quarterbacks, best running back gone, and a plethora of injuries. And now it's an overrated award. Did we say that when Bill Belichick was winning it? Did we say that when Andy Reid was winning it? Did we call it overrated? No. But now that Kevin Stefanski has won it twice, now it's overrated? That's not fair. It's not fair to Kevin Stefanski. Do we not like some decisions he makes? Sure. But that's not fair. All hail Chubb. I want to see some bootleg screens and run the ball. Can't wait. I believe we should use the microphone. Stephanie stayed with my microphone scheme. Wow. First of all, Stephanie, do I have a hand clap for Stephanie? Do we have a hand clap? We don't. We do not. But I'm going to give you a big dog. I'm going to give you a dog check.
Dog check! Dog check!
First of all, Stephanie, you stayed with my microphone scheme and you answered the question. You would use the mic that is most effective. I like your answer. So in Stephanie's answer, you're just out of $4,000. Suck it up. Use the microphone that works. So in her analogy, what she is saying, the Browns need to suck it up. You went for it. Your $230 million is not working. Play the quarterback that's most effective. I like it. Django, you are late. But you're still my guy. I don't like that news, Nick Chubb coming back. He should sit out. I don't think he should, Jeff. I don't want him missing football for 2 years. Now, it's not the quarterback position, but we all can see what Deshaun Watson is going through, missing 2 years of football. I'm not saying Chubb is Watson, so don't yell at me and all that. But if he's healthy and he can play, get him some snaps. Kurt Warner's reaction to Watson's film. Watch my reaction, Bill, if you haven't already, on the members area. I have reaction to some Watson film as well, Bill. Watch my reaction. I couldn't believe it. He never won a Super Bowl. So you fire him because he never won a Super Bowl, Most Def? Is that what you're saying? So we're going to fire every coach in the NFL that hasn't won a Super Bowl? Is that what we're doing now? Is that going to be the expectation for every coach? Then a lot of coaches are getting fired. A lot of them. He got saved by Schwartz and Joe Flacco and should have lost last year to Dan Campbell. I feel a personal vendetta going on here, Jex. He got saved by Joe Flacco. Did Joe Flacco save Robert Saleh? Nope. He was terrible with the Jets and the Broncos. No, he didn't. He didn't save them. So why is he saving Stefanski? Stefanski deserves his credit whether people like him or not. He's a good coach. Does he make decisions we don't like? Sure. But I'm sure there's coaches that don't like decisions coaches make. I've seen Lions games where Dan Campbell's going for it on fourth down, and I'm scratching my head. I was at the game last week. Mom's battery ran out, so we had to stay an hour late and watch all the happy fans go home and taunt us. Okay, he did win Coach of the Year, but will never coach in the Super Bowl. That's to be determined. That's to be determined. I hope he does because he's my coach, but that's to be determined. They should have paid for therapy. Maybe his head would be in the game. Wait, is Chubb going to play in this game? No, I love Pugs. He's playing in Cincinnati. I'm not comparing him to Andy Reid and Bill Belichick. I'm just saying when they won Coach of the Year, nobody said it's overrated. I can go look at the previous coaches of the years, and I don't think they said they're overrated. That's all I'm saying. I just think as a fan base, we're too quick to fire people. That's all I'm saying. If we do fire him, if we do, he will have a job quickly. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right. If you lived under a rock, not the rock, a rock. Browns play Philly today. Philly gets A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith back 1 p.m. on Fox. I don't know what's going to happen here. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe, just maybe. We can pull out a miracle. Make sure you're here, please, to see my pain and torture and just to help me support the channel and support us because I'm going to cry. I feel like I'm going to cry. All right. So, here we go. Patreon question number 2 of the day. Do you believe Deshaun Watson has lost his confidence? Is he just bad at football now? Or is it just a confidence thing? Is it in his head? Because confidence is a key to life, period. If you got swag, we say that back in the day, that's half the battle. Do you think he's just lost his confidence? Because if you look at that film, woo, if you look at that film, I see a quarterback out there that can't read the field. I see a quarterback out there that's looking not very together. So, has he lost his confidence, or is he just that bad now? Let me know. Poor Nick coming back to a disaster. I think we start using his offense and not the Niners. Middle of the pack coach. I don't know why Kevin gets so much hate. He took us to the playoffs for the first time in how many years. We should be embracing him. You know, Jeff, that's how I think, but I think we're in the minority here. I think he's definitely lost his confidence. Yes, sir. Yes, confidence took York down. Cade York, former kicker of the Cleveland Browns. I think now he is a active free agent. Anybody can sign him. So I got some yeses. I would like to see more energy from Kevin Stefanski. I do agree with that, Jix. I would like to see more energy out of him. But I'm just an energy person. That's just me. I want to see more energy out of a lot of people. But some people gravitate to no energy. So it's just, it's a tomato type of thing. Some people like that, not energy stuff. Yes, the off-the-field drama has drained his confidence. I don't think it's both mentally and physically. We don't know if that shoulder is right. Deshaun lost his dad, all the off-field issues. He's going through it. Confidence is still an excellent athlete, just can't prove it anymore. Confidence. So you think he lost his confidence? He just can't prove it. They're saying Jason Lloyd, a writer in Cleveland, saying Kevin can't bench with them without Haslam's permission. I think I was just saying that about 20 minutes ago. On the bright side, Boroquez has a lock on the Pro Bowl. There you go. Boroquez right now is a beast. I do like everything you guys were saying there. I think it's a combination of a lot of things, but I do think he has lost a little bit of confidence. How could you not lose confidence right now? If you know at one point in time, could have been a long time ago, but at one point in time, you were that dude, a top 5 quarterback. Maybe you didn't win much, but you did get to the playoffs. You lost to Kansas City, who hasn't lost to Kansas City in the playoffs. You were putting up gaudy numbers, and everybody were calling you elite. And now, present time, you're not very good. Everybody's saying you're not very good. When you look at your phone, everybody's telling you how trash you are, whether it's from mainstream media, local media, or your original average person who doesn't play football like me saying, I don't think he's good. And I just started saying that last week. You've had people saying that as soon as he stepped field for the Cleveland Browns. He has had to lose confidence. At least I would think so. I would lose confidence if I was playing this bad. And at one time, I was that good. At one time. If I was that good at anything in life, anything that made me money, and I was good at it, and then I slipped to being nothing. Not nothing. I don't want to say that. It's a little harsh. But at not being great, bottom half of the league, when I was in top half of the league, I would lose confidence. And the more and more and more that I play, the worse I get, at least this season so far, I would lose confidence. Just me. So in observing it, I think he is losing confidence. I think some of it is mental. Now, I forget who said it. I think it was Jeff. He did have some stuff going on. Lost his father. You have things like that. Now, some people don't want to hear that. Some people don't care what you're going through in your personal life. Once you get on that field, you got to perform. And that's what people want to see. So I say yes. Let me go down to the comments. Every loss destroys his confidence further. Good point, Gmail. It probably does. Some about half a decade, for almost half a decade. I think I missed part of that comment. I think it's both. Even at his best last year was not top 10. I didn't say last year. In Houston. In Houston, he was argued to be top 5. At one point. Not last year. I never played in the NFL. No, Mos Def. I have never played in the NFL. I have never played in the NFL. I haven't. I was never blessed enough to play in the NFL. No. I wish I was, but I wasn't. But man, they paid you $230 million, just play ball. I've never played in the NFL, so I can never relate to what they're going through. Unfortunately, Mos Def, I was never blessed with the athletic ability to play in the NFL. So that's my humble opinion as far as that goes. All right, 1 p.m. Eastern, Fox, Browns, Eagles. High school doesn't count to me. It doesn't count. To me. It doesn't. High school and the NFL is two different atmospheres when it comes to football. I mean, atmospheres of athletic ability it takes at the highest level. So I can't say that I know what they're going through, that's just me though. That's my opinion between high school and the NFL. That's just me. My opinion. Doesn't mean it's always right, but that's just me. Cleveland at Philly, 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Shout out to all the Patreon members scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Appreciate you. Patreon and giveaway at the end of the year. One of the best giveaways we've ever done. If you want to become a Patreon member, I say it every week. The link is in the video, how to join. Appreciate you all. Let's get to the game, man. Let's get to the game. I'm scared. Who wins today? Who's your winner? Who's your loser? Why? Who you got? Who you got? Who's your big dog? Let me know. Zero confidence. And people saying that Watson's holding onto the ball too long. That's true. But if you go back to his Houston days, he used to do the same thing. But he used to play with his head up looking for a pass. He did in Houston days, but he read the field better in Houston. When he held the ball in Houston, he was holding it to run or waiting for somebody to get open. He's holding it now, and he has receivers open in his view, and he's still not throwing it. There's a difference. When I look at the film, Jeff, it's ridiculous. Like, he's people wide open and then running from the pocket. Ohio High School is the NFL? It's not. It's not. If it was, there'd be a lot of Ohio high school players in the NFL that played high school. It's not happening. The best of the best are in the NFL because they went to college. Then they played in the NFL. But you have people that were just average. Now, they're at Best Buy. Or doing whatever. I got Browns by 0.1 points. 23-6 Philly. Philly, sadly, Michael Rosen says Eagles 24-10. 24-10, we lose because our quarterback can't pass. Eagles win by 14 plus. This may be the first pregame show where I don't see a Browns pick. Well, hold on. I think I did see one. Who said Browns? By 0.1. Browns by 0.1 said I love plug. How do you win by 0.1? 27-17 Eagles. Waiting for a couple more before I give my prediction. And I give my big dog. I'm going to give my big dog of the game. Jalen Hurts been throwing a lot of interceptions this year, like last year. So hopefully defense gets the score. You know, I would be a little more confident if A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith was not coming back. But now they're back. They're healthy. So that gives Jalen Hurts his weapons back, along with Saquon Barkley, who is balling out. He's running behind a good offensive line. I think he is like, oh, your points barely winning? Got you. My point is this. Saquon's like, thank you, Giants, for letting me go to the Eagles. Now I have a line I can run through. Triple A says we're getting throttled. We do have players out. They are back, most def. They are. I don't know if Ward's playing, but I know Delpit's out. I know Jordan Hicks is out. Pokich is out. I don't know if Ward is playing or not. But my big dog of the game, if there's going to be one, I have Amari Cooper. We're going to have to put up points. Your best receiver has to show out and show up. Of course, he has to get the ball. He has two stud receivers on the other end. He's going up against A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. If the Browns have a shot at winning this football game, I think he's the big dog. Ward is playing. Thank you, Jix. I think they're going to have to score points. The defense only going to do so much. He needs a 100-plus yard game year. He hasn't had one yet. He needs a couple of touchdowns. They need to score points. They got to score over 20 for the first time this year. So I'm going to go off with Amari Cooper. Miles' leg is falling, and he's still playing. Shout out to Myles Garrett. People still say, where's Miles at? He's playing on one leg. Your big dog is Deshaun Watson. I got you.
Dog check!
Wrong one. And my big dog is Amari Cooper. So, before we head out of here, everybody's on the Eagles except I love pugs. Everybody has forsaken picking the Browns. Usually everybody picks the Browns on this channel, and they get on me for not picking the Browns. Why do we like our D tackles to be pass rushers? We need run stoppers in the middle of that defense. We don't have one. Very good point. Falling off, you meant now everybody's on the Eagles. Nobody's on the Browns. Everybody's on the Eagles. Well, guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a change. I'm with you. I am with you. I'm not a stupid man. I'm going with the Eagles here. The Browns are going to have to show me something, unfortunately, for me to pick them to win. I'm going with the Eagles here, 34-17. Oh, Lovin Marie, you picked the Browns. I didn't see it. Oh, I did. Oh, you just put it in when I was typing. When I was talking, I mean. Browns by 3. Lovey picked the Browns by 3. Sorry. You did it when I was living my soliloquy. Lovey said, I got the Browns, dagnabbit. Lovey says Browns by 3. I say Eagles 34-17. I don't think the game is close. I think we're in for another game of heartache. But hopefully if we expect it, it won't be as bad. The Eagles are a better team right now. I know they've been struggling a little bit, but they get their players back. They get their 2 big receivers along with Saquon Barkley. I just don't think we have a shot. Unless we get a totally different offense, the line starts blocking. It is what it is. I just call it how I see it. I'm not a rah-rah person. I don't root for my team to fail for my own agenda. And I don't just blindly pick my team to win. I just go week by week on what I see. And I'm going with the Browns here to lose 34-17. Well, that's it for me. I will see you here in a little bit. Browns, Eagles, come back. Say a little prayer for me that I don't lose my mind on stream. And hopefully we'll be all right. You said 42-17 a few minutes ago. Welcome to the dark side. It's not the dark side, Chief. It's not. I am not coming to no dark side. I am just stating my facts that I hope doesn't work. Eagles QB mentally giving up last preseason was one of the most pathetic performances I've ever seen. Huh? Where'd that come from? I don't even know what we're talking about there. Oh, postseason. Okay. Well, here we go. I'm out of here. I will see y'all in a little bit. What do you mean the golf course, Rob? What do you mean? I'll see y'all in a little bit. I'm out of here. It's all love. Peace.